So for episode, I believe 13 here in the EWF. We've got Brian Street and Nick Nitro about to kick things off here on War. Sorry about the late start time tonight. And of course, Universe Mode has gone completely haywire, for me at least, completely unusable. So we're going to go ahead and get things started here. First bout of the evening should be a good one. I've got my headset working now. Hopefully, you guys can hear me and can respond in the chat. Let's go ahead and get this match underway. Nitro has not appeared in a couple of weeks. Last we saw him took a beating at the hands of Brian Nash. I think he did better than most were expecting in that matchup, but could not get the job done against Nash. Here tonight facing a different Brian, the newest member of the War roster, Brian Street. And Street, he looked impressive in his debut against CJ Lyons, unable to get the victory though. And last week, though, getting his first victory of his EWF career. So that is exciting for him. Here tonight, let's see if he can continue that momentum, build himself a little win streak, or is Nitro going to be the one that's going to turn things around after a failed attempt to get to the #1 contendership of the Intercontinental title last month? Became one match short, lost a one-on-one bout to Demon, and Demon since then has been on a roll. Demon won the Intercontinental title and defended it against Ricky Brown a couple of weeks later. Demon out ready ready to face a new opponent for that belt. Ricky Brown not getting another Intercontinental title match this month. Question is, who is going to get that? We're gonna find out later tonight when we have that #1 contendership for the IC title match later on.
It's an amazing atmosphere in this arena tonight.
And looks like we got 7:02 in the party. Deshaun Johnson will be in action later on tonight. In fact, he'll be in a fatal four-way match against our world champion. You know, Brian Nash, in general, and one-on-ones has a very good record. Still loses on occasion, but his kryptonite seems to be the multi-man match. Matches that involve more than two competitors. And tonight, even though there's no title on the line, I'm sure Nash would love to get a victory heading into the pay-per-view on our very next episode, where he will defend that title one-on-one with KC. So he definitely wants to get a victory here tonight, but it's going to be really tough going up against three really, hungry competitors. Deshaun, who's had some bad luck as of late. Shane Thomas, who took a bad loss last week, and then Ricky Brown, who bounced back, but after losing both the title and his rematch, not very happy, kind of be knocked out of that Intercontinental title picture this month. Looks like we've got West Carson Avenue family in the house as well. We'll see plenty of West Carson Avenue family action here this evening.
He may be in the best physical condition I've ever seen him in.
I know. I believe I've heard that somebody in the West Carson Avenue family will definitely have a #1 contendership match here tonight on the War show. But right now it's Brian Street with that very nice DDT. Is it enough to put Nitro down? No, too early to get this match underway. Somebody needs to remind me. I need to go set the titles correct. Since we're an exhibition, I don't know if I don't think the titles are on the correct people. I got to go edit those real fast. I usually let my nephew go crazy and let him do whatever he wants in exhibition, so I'm going to have to go out there and fix that. Look at Nitro, able to stop Brian Street's momentum. He was about to go for a suicide dive through the second rope. Couldn't hit it, though, as Nitro smashes him upside the head with that underhand uppercut. Enchiladas for the win, says Jackson Jordan. Street springboarding inside the ring, drop kick, able to connect, but at a very odd angle. I think he ended up landing awkwardly. Obviously didn't do too much damage, but he is going for the pinfall here too. Nitro able to kick out. Brian Street, very fresh member of the EWF universe. Can he prove that he is a top-notch superstar here? maybe not the top tier talent that he's competing against this week, but every week you have a shot, a chance to show the universe what you can do, and he has looked impressive tonight. I feel that he has had the advantage over Nitro throughout this match, but all it takes is one move in 3 seconds to put somebody away. Look at this. Nice takedown right there.
Is he still conscious? Man, that looked bad.
Going for a suplex. Fisherman suplex. Look at that. I thought he was going to lock it, maybe hook it for the pin. Did not go for it, Nitro. Instead, pounding in the gut of Brian Street. Street about to get a big, painful maneuver up top. Oh! Double underhook into a backbreaker. Very powerful move right there done by Nick Nitro, but did not go for a pin there. I think that was a big mistake. Brian Street now maybe able to get off a couple good moves. He's got a front headlock here. Elbow to the back of the neck. Brian Street with that DDT once again. He just might have Nitro this time. First time only got a 2 count. This time didn't hook a leg though. 1, 2. No, so close. I thought that was for sure a 3. Instead, that DDT once again just getting a 2 count. And look at this. Oh, sweet chin music. I think that's good night for Nitro. He's just got to hook the leg. Get down there, hook the leg. He does not. Why? Why, after hitting that finishing maneuver, would he not put away his opponent?
He's in trouble now.
Nitro now setting up for a finisher here. And look at this. Returns the sweet chin music right in the face of Brian Street. And look at this. Pinfall attempt by Nitro this time. 2. No, Street did not pay yet for what a big mistake I think he made. He could have gone for the pinfall attempt right after that sweet chin music that now has blood dripping down the face of Nick Nitro. Instead, it is just too bad for him. He is now getting demolished by Nitro. Some sweet chin music of his own. Now to the top rope. Nitro's got some devious things in mind. I know he's going for it. Looks like he might be going for a suplex from the top turnbuckle. Sit out suplex from the top turnbuckle. Look at that. Very painful maneuver. Now he quickly makes the pinfall. 1, 2. The referee almost gets to that 3 there, but Street kicking out at the last moment. A little bit of frustration setting over on Nick Nitro now. Nitro comes with that big left hand. Nice snapmare. He just needs to keep Street down. Hey, Jackson Midwest. I'm pretty sure you guys can hear me. Not much commentary going on in the chat. Just want to make sure that that you guys can, in fact, hear me speaking. Right there, big kick to the gut. Brian Street, what is this? Oh, look up. Maybe he was trying to set it in a submission hold. Maybe trying to get a headbutt, whatever it was. Nitro, the nice reversal. Look at that toss, taking down Street once again. Look at his leg hooked on the rope right there. Nitro drops to a knee. He is completely out of it, but so is Street. Street now getting to his feet. Nitro makes a run at him, catches him from behind. That seatbelt suplex crushes him headfirst into the ground. Now Nitro setting something up from the corner. I think he's calling for an end of this match. Is he going for that clothesline, that meat hook? Yes! Clobbers Brian Street into the ground. That has got to be it. I feel like this was Brian Street's match to lose. And that's exactly what he did when he made that terrible decision not to go for a pinfall after some sweet chin music. Nitro, from that point on, had complete control of this match, eventually leading to that vicious meat hook clothesline to get the victory. Here was that second DDT, I believe, the one I thought might have put Nitro away a long time ago.
I can't believe what we just saw. Highlight after highlight. Those WWE competitors tore this arena apart. And here's just some of the action we saw during the match.
Here's your winner, Nick.
Very effective move you just saw by Nitro there. Not the guy you would expect to hit it. You'd expect someone like Trey Savage or maybe a Sammy Danger, one of those big men, to use that meat hook clothesline. But Nick Nitro gets the job done with a very impressive crawl back to relevancy maybe starting here tonight. And since Universe Mode is completely inoperable for me, you got to use Exhibition here tonight. And just to make sure, you know what, I mean, technically there's no titles on the line tonight, but might as well do it now. So in case I have to, I don't have to do it later for the pay-per-view. Let me go real fast to title management. Add all these titles. TV title belongs to Sammy Danger. EWF Intercontinental title belongs to Demon. EWF Tag Team titles belong to Colin Morgan and Dallas Morgan. I wonder if it's going to allow me to give it to him. It did, okay. The EWF World Championship belongs to Brian Nash. And the EWF, let's go ahead and vacate all these other belts. Make sure we have no Creator wrestlers with any other titles. I don't care about the real superstars. Wait, was that Junior? That is Junior, okay. Make sure these weren't Junior up here. No, those are all Sin Caras. Okay. Okay, good. We're clear then. And, of course, this would be Jackson Jordan. And I guess make sure you get the Divas belt as well. The EWF Women's Championship belongs to Jessica Gage. She would be right there. Okay. Okay, got that set now. Let's go back to the in-ring action. Our next bout this evening is going to be... I've got to pull up my card. Had to type it up. One of the other reasons why we were so late starting was I had to completely write the card out since I couldn't save it beforehand. Okay, a little bit of diva action now. Lita getting some more in-ring action this week. She will not have a chance to be your number one contender, but she will get her first opportunity to face the the women's champion when she's going to go one-on-one with Jessica Gage this week after a terrible outing. King Chris Crypty is in the building. Okay, let's go ahead. Entrance is off. Fast is on. Let's make sure we got the correct arena now. This is going to take forever tonight, guys, and I am sorry about this. Okay. Make sure everything is ready. Let's get this match started. Lita versus Jessica Gage is going to be an interesting bout, in my opinion. Lita last week debuted, could have been a number one contendership match here this evening on Skirmish. Instead, she lost to Jennifer Lewis, the manager of Clown Danger. I think everybody was shocked by that. Here tonight, maybe she can shock the world once again after a terrible outing, maybe beating the women's champion here in the EWF, proving that she has not passed her prime. Hey, Albion, did you ever check out the stream from the second stream? You know, we had War earlier in the night, had to split them up. You know, normally don't split the two streams up, but did you ever go back and check out what happened on Skirmish last week where Chris Cryptic had a match? Right now, Lita, nice tilt-a-whirl side slam, smashing Jessica Gage into the mat. Already looking like she's having a better match tonight than she did last week. Made her debut last week here in the EWF. She had managed Ryder the previous week, but didn't actually get into the ring until last week. 2 weeks ago, the woman that she's facing, she is right now beating up pretty well. Jessica Gage. Jessica Gage defended her title, retained it against the woman she took it from, then ended up competing in a 3-on-3 tag team match last week, but the Wrecking Crew couldn't get the job done. So Jessica Gage now for sure will be facing somebody outside of her own faction. Maz Freeway just in time for a Divas match. Yes, Matt Man. I think I threw a little in out there. Matt Man, we are having a Divas match here. Second match of the card. We have got, following this, we've got a #1 contendership for the Intercontinental title, #1 contendership for the tag team titles. We'll see our world champion in a fatal four-way action. We'll see the #1 contender for the world title taking on your Intercontinental champion later on tonight. And then Tyrant's got a special matchup. Shane McMahon was out at ringside last week for Tyrant's match against Brian Nash. Seemed to be trying to screw the man. I mean, I don't know exactly what Shane's intentions were, but he deliberately, excuse me, he deliberately distracted the referee, and whoa, Jessica Gage right there doing a little bit of a crazy maneuver, went over the top rope, but Lita went under the ropes, able to avoid contact there. But Shane McMahon, though, he seems like he's got something. He has some beef against Tyrant. I don't know what it's about or why he would do what he did last week. It didn't matter, though. Tyrant able to beat our world champion last week in one-on-one action, unlike he was able to do at our first War pay-per-view. And now Tyrant is going to be in a 2-on-1 handicap match later on tonight. Not only that, but it is against the tag team champions, Dallas and Colin Morgan. It is going to be a tough match for him tonight, and, you know, maybe Shane will give us some answers to what is going on between him and Tyrant. Maz Freeway. Is that the name of your creator wrestler, Matt Man, or is that your actual name? I don't think Freeway would be an actual last name for most people, so nice suplex stunner right there by Jessica Gage, though. She has taken it to Lita after what I thought Lita had a very good opening section of this match. Jessica Gage has turned things around, now going for that big swing. Lita, all the blood rushing to her head, being flung around here. And there she is, thrown hard onto the ground. Jessica Gage going for the pinfall here. 1, 2, 3, that is it. Lita really showing her ring rust these last 2 weeks, and the champion showing her wherewithal. Beat her in half the time that Jennifer did last week. The champion showing why she is the champion. Lita is going to have to train to get better here because things are not going her way. You know, she spent all that time in the WWE training young talent, but must not have kept in great condition because she has come in and gotten beaten last week and then thrashed this week by the champion nonetheless. Jessica Gage doing a great job.
It'll be interesting to see the fallout following this big singles win here tonight.
So, Cryptic, did you happen to see what happened last week? Trying to see if you knew what happened with Chris Cryptic in that matchup last week or not. Never saw an answer from you. Let's go ahead and set up our third match of the evening. Okay, let's see. Tag team number 1 contendership match coming up next. Should be a great bout. Colin Morgan and Dallas Morgan will be taking... I'm sorry. Oh, whoops. This is a number 1 contendership match, not a title match. This is actually Chris Cassidy and Jay, the 2 men that beat the champions last week in tag team action. A very good match. After having a bad debut, had a great second week beating the champs, taking on the men who had a opportunity last month, the Whitetail Mafia, Steven and Curtis. Yeah, Albion, you were I only saw you in the first of the 2 streams. There were technically 2 streams, but they were apparently off by a couple of weeks. Excuse me. They were off by, 35 minutes, maybe 45 minutes or so. I had a split between the 2, War and Skirmish, so I was wondering if you happened to catch up on the Skirmish show. I didn't see you in the chat the whole time. And this one here is going to be Curtis. Go ahead and get that correct arena. Make sure we're getting the on War. Okay, let's go ahead and get this match underway. Tag team action here. Lita ain't used to the EWF hard-hitting women. I say that from Alvin. Yes, apparently not. Either the women in the WWE are that soft. Yeah. Either the WWE women were that soft and Lita just was able to climb those ranks easy, or...
And set to start things off here. We're ready to go.
In a tag match, it's important to remember that it's not about how good the individuals are, but
or Lita was, has just really softened up since she retired. And she is, whatever it is, she's going to have to change some things about herself, train herself, go back to the gym or something if she is, in fact, going to be able to compete with the women here in this company. But right now, it's Steven and Chris Cassidy fighting it out, already outside the ring in the first couple seconds of this bout. Nice takedown right here. Albion saying, yeah, I watched it. Dominated Brent. That is right. Chris Cryptic and Brent Ryder, formerly known as Brent Ryder, now just known as Ryder. He got crushed by Cryptic. I think it was a very shocking thing. In the past, whenever the two had fought, seemed like, except for way back in their U.S. title days, seemed like Ryder always had the advantage. In the tag team itself, it was usually Ryder picking up the win for titles, Cryptic normally taking the loss to lose them. And, a lot of people probably would have said Ryder was the better of the two, but definitely not last week. Cryptic coming in with maybe a brand new attitude after, 4 consecutive losses. And, came in with new attire and new attitude, taking Ryder down, who just the previous week had beaten the former heavyweight champion, Kirby, in singles competition. I think everybody expected Ryder to win that match, but Cryptic upsetting Ryder, and now he has 1 match to go. He wins the main event of Skirmish here tonight. He will, in fact, be your number 1 contender to Jackson Jordan's Texas Heavyweight Championship title. And that would be a Texan versus a Texan. I'm sure Cryptic would be excited about that.
Strikes like that can end this one in a hurry.
Look at this, Jay taking over. Nice takedown on Curtis, hurting the back of the head of the Whitetail Mafia member. We have got a new tag team that will be debuting over on Skirmish. We currently have now 4 tag teams in the company. These 2 men, though, these 2 teams have both picked up impressive victories in the past. Curtis and Steven had 1 shot to win those tag team titles, couldn't get it done. But if they win this here tonight, they will get another opportunity, this time in regular tag team action, as opposed to last month's Tornado tag match, which was spectacular, but they took the loss after a catapult Trouble in Paradise Look at that. Little no respect here for Curtis. Jay giving a huge slap across the face. Hopefully we'll get some more people in the chat. I know this is a little bit of a late stream, but not much going on in the chat. I know we've got Maz Freeway, Albion, Tornado. I think I've seen Jackson Jordan and Midwest Gaming as well. We'll see more people throughout the night, more than likely. But look at this. Enziguri using those ropes to get some extra momentum and smashing the back of the head of Curtis now. Jay could go for a pinfall attempt. No, a standing shooting star press. Very impressive athleticism from Jay, and he's going to tag Chris back in. Maybe these quick tags will help this team out quite a bit. Back and forth they go. Nice takedown right there by Cassidy. So we will see, as I said, we will see 2 #1 contendership matches on War and 3 on Skirmish. Brian Nash versus KC, the only matchup locked up so far for our next 2 upcoming pay-per-views. A nice frog splash off the turnbuckle right there. Curtis is in serious trouble, needs to get up, and he does. Runs across the ring to tag Steven back in. He needs a respite after taking a beating for the last couple of minutes. It's me. It's that D-O-double-G. Big Dog in the house now. Ricky Brown has a great opportunity tonight to possibly pull over a victory over our world champion here on War. Brian Nash having to go into a fatal 4-way match. I can't remember the last time he has had to fight in one of those. He might have never been in a fatal 4-way match. In the entirety of XCW, I'm trying to remember back, because he was the champion. He never really had to have any kind of qualifying matches or stipulations like crazy. He was just the champion from day one. He did have a triple threat match for his title. He did have elimination chambers for his title. But I'm not sure Brian Nash has ever competed in a fatal 4-way match, and he's going to be doing that later on tonight. Ricky Brown in that matchup, Shane Thomas in that matchup, and a man desperate for a victory, Deshaun Johnson in that matchup as well. And right now, Steven fighting back a lot better than Curtis was, but Chris Cassidy and Jay are still in control of this matchup. Nice takedown right there. And look at this. I don't know what he's setting for in the corner, but he is calling for a shot. Maybe some sweet chin music. Steven is dazed. What is this? Oh, sweet shin music, followed by a DDT. I think he was expecting the pop under the chin. Maybe could have avoided it, but instead Cassidy walks over slowly, kicks him in the shin, and then hits that double arm DDT. Steven looked like he's trying to crawl back to Curtis, too, to tag back in. Oh, look at this, some sweet chin music this time from Jay. Curtis drops out of the ground. 1, 2. Oh, did he get it? No, he breaks it up at the last second. If Cassidy had stayed on his feet, I think he tried to dive for Curtis, ended up slightly missing. If he had gone a couple more steps, this match, I think, would be over right now. And this right now, he is calling for an RKO. Steven in serious trouble. Jay about to hit it, jumping up, smashing him face first into the ground, and he crawls over. Is Curtis up off the ground yet? No, he is still outside the ring, and this match is no. Jay cannot get the victory. Perfect timing for everything they did. The only thing that didn't go their way is the fact that Steven somehow had the wherewithal to kick out of that RKO signature finisher, back-to-back moves. Couldn't get it done, and now Steven is the one with a very impressive move, battering the face of Jay into the ground, and Jay able to kick out, though. Cassidy didn't get in there to break that one up. He was definitely expecting Jay to kick out, but I don't know. That was a vicious maneuver. I personally would have been getting in the ring and trying to prevent that from being it. But right now, Curtis gets tagged in. Cassidy cheering on Jay. Jay now throwing Curtis on the far side of the ring. Went for a drop kick, got it blocked. Curtis simply swatting him down. Nice takedown by Curtis right there. Curtis getting stomped. Jay in control. Curtis might have been taking the worst beating of the night, and now a turnaround sit-down, sit-out suplex. Very impressive move right there. And he's, I think he was going to the corner for a finisher. Instead, tags Chris Cassidy back in. Cassidy and Jay have really upped their cred after what they did last week. Tonight's victory would not only give them 2 consecutive quality victories over the former #1 contenders and the champions, but it would give them that very nice #1 contendership match. I'm sorry, give them that #1 contendership. And look at this, hold on, the referee preventing him from getting in the ring. Or that was either a glitch or the referee prevented him from getting in for a moment, went ahead and got in the ring and broke it up right before the 3 count. Jay unable to prevent Steven from breaking up that pin. And now Jay trying to take Steven out permanently. Curtis has got Cassidy, though, in the center of the ring. Look, everybody, it's Bobby Hill, who hits a nice release suplex right there, throwing Cassidy down to the ground. And as much control as Cassidy and Jay have been in this match, you do not have to control a match in order to win it. And he is putting him up on the top rope, calling for some big move here. Cassidy doesn't look like he's going to get out of this one. Going up top, what is this? A fall-away slam, maybe. He's got him on his arms, throws him back, crashing him into the ground. That boy ain't right, says Midwest Gaming. Cassidy now the one trying to get out and tag his partner. He is in trouble now, taking a little bit of a beating from the Whitetail Mafia. Hello, Nick Nitro. Of course, Nitro, you come in after only one match has happened, and it happened to be your match. Look at this nice taunt right there by Steven. Here we go, clothesline coming for a comeback. Cassidy in serious trouble. 3 consecutive clotheslines, and now he is in the corner going for a big move. Nice reversal. Cassidy needs to go tag out. Does not. Decides to do a move from the corner. Tornado DDT, able to hit it. Referee somehow matrixing his way out of that. And Cassidy now, is he going for a comeback? He looks like he is ready for something big, but instead tags Jay in. Turns him around. Jay, what is Jay? Oh, plants him face first in the ground, hooks the leg. Cassidy's in the ring to break this up. Steven, though, cannot get there in time, and just for good measure, Chris Cassidy smashes his face into the ground as the 3 count is happening. The exhaustion set in this match after the early beatings, the mid-time of the match beatings that Curtis took, even though in the end it seemed like the Whitetail Mafia was in control for quite a bit of time. They had already, all the damage had been done that needed to be done, and a number of close pinfall attempts. Some good kickouts, some timely saves, is all for naught as the Whitetail Mafia fails to get the job done here tonight. And they are the first men to come over here from the opposite show. You know, the tag team division are the only really men that can kind of transfer between brands for one show when necessary. Tag team champions, we've seen them go over to Skirmish, with Skirmish superstars coming over here to War, and they learned a little bit something. Maybe these War superstars are proving that they are the superior tag team competition. And look at this right here. This is another big move. Could have won this match, but he chose to do it on the wrong side of the ring. That fisherman driver right there. Everybody talking some trash to the man they're calling Bobby Hill, Curtis. Here it comes, the end of this matchup. Steven was still dazed. Jay turns him around and simply finishes this man off, immediately going for this signature move, crashing his face first in the match, hooks the leg. I don't think Curtis expected him to do it so quickly. He's already a 2 count by the time he got in here. And look at these 2 men excited about their victory. They will go on to face Dallas and Colin Morgan later on for those tag team titles.
You want to talk about tag team war? We most definitely witnessed just that.
These men went from a horrible debut, losing to a makeshift team of Adam Quinn and Trey Savage, to consecutive big-time victories, heading now to our pay-per-view, allowing them to get a tag team title match that will be on the War pay-per-view on our next episode. But right here, right now, we're about to get some more action in. Yeah, somebody's going to have to type to Nitro what happened. Okay, let's see. What is our next match on the card? Next is going to be our number one contender against our Intercontinental Champion. Number one contender for the world title, that is. I don't know. Oh, apparently I'm still in tag teams, yeah. And we are going to get KC, Kent Carter. And he is going to go one-on-one with Demon here tonight. Demon, of course, the Intercontinental Champion. I think surprised everybody that he won the title. Surprised everybody even more when he retained the title 2 episodes ago. Let's go ahead and get that arena set again. Okay, yeah. Let Nitro know that he beat somebody new, not a guy he would know. Just tell him, say you beat Brian. Somebody tell him that you beat Brian. Dang it. You should have said he beat Brian. And then, oh, I'm sorry, Brian Street, not Brian Nash. Okay, fast entrance off. Kent Carter, Demon, one-on-one. Let's get this match underway. This should be an interesting bout because KC took a loss last week, which I don't think he was happy about. 3 weeks ago, took a loss to Tyrant, made up for it the next week, beating to a degree, a hapless Jay McGregor. Then last week, took a tough loss that I don't think he was expecting to take. And now here tonight, not only does he need some momentum, Brian Nash has to fight in a Fatal 4-Way match. He has got a one-on-one. But the man he's facing it got the job done at the pay-per-view, got the job done when he needed to. This is your Intercontinental Champion. KC has to prove himself, and if he can beat this man here tonight, maybe, just maybe, he'll be ready for Brian Nash at the next street. I'm sorry. It's a Brian Nash. I saw Brian Street on the Twitch stream. He'll be ready for Brian Nash at our pay-per-view. Well, this nice takedown right there. KC, spin out, no. I don't remember over a spin out powerbomb instead. Able to flip onto his feet was Demon, now taking KC by the head. And a nice takedown right there. Center of the ring, too. Demon, I think, has been one of the most surprising members of the roster. He, in the opening bouts, hold on, this is the move that beat Ricky Brown 2 weeks ago. Couldn't get it done this early. It took 2 stunners to beat Ricky. I wasn't expecting KC to go down with anything less than that. But Demon, I think, surprised everybody when the EWF started up. He worked all the way, won every match, got himself a world title match. I'm sorry, a world title match against Brian Nash to start his career here in this company, and couldn't get the job done against Brian Nash, but then worked his way for the Intercontinental title and did win that belt. So Demon has been very successful. The only time he's really failed is against Brian Nash himself, and that's something that just about everybody can say.
And he brings the action back inside the ring.
Yeah, I think this is good strategy.
Well, sorry about that, Nitro. It sucks that you haven't used the walker and can't get around. So I hope things can get better for you. Hold on, look at this. KC throwing him up. Pop-up powerbomb. Demon obsessed with that table on the outside. Could pay for it as KC climbs the top rope. What is KC going for? Demon catches in midair with a sweet, sweet trouble in paradise. Kick to the forehead there. 2. No. That's the exact move that beat KC last week, but it was Dan Juan that did it.
These guys giving the sold-out crowd exactly what they
And now
see.
Demon almost did the same thing. Last week it was just a catapult, literally just threw him in the air and completed it. This week it was KC jumping off the top rope, and he simply reversed it midair. Spectacular move by Demon. KC now finally gets a good move in right there. He's got to get back to where he was. Might be going for a comeback already. I don't know. Demon trying to get to his feet. KC, look at this spinning back heel kick. Throws him off the ropes here. Jumping back heel kick. Jumping back heel kick again. Ducking under, spinning neck breaker. Very impressive combination there by Kent Carter. And he is going for a big move from the knees. Demon's got to watch out, and he does. Gets out, avoids the signature move from KC. Did not expect that from Demon. I haven't seen that reversed in a long time, and now going for a pinfall. KC wants to get this match over with whatever he can at this point. KC frustrated because he hadn't been able to hit the big move yet. So close to hitting the big move, but every time he's about to, Demon escapes, and now just desperate to get the win. I guess it pays working for a family-owned business that they treat people extremely well. Yeah. Oh, you're just mad you don't have the game. Yeah, I understand that, Nitro. Hold on, look at this. Center of the ring, what is KC going for? Maybe try to attack the legs of Demon here. Maybe get him to lose that quickness, not allow him to avoid your big moves. And another reversal, though, by Demon taking down KC. Demon's got him on his feet. Oh, look at this. Over the top. Spinning facebuster. Oh, man. I thought it could have been a spinning neckbreaker instead. A float over the top, lands, spins, crashes, and busts open KC's forehead. Demon, the Intercontinental Champion, just beat KC. And this month started out spectacular for KC, winning a triple threat match against CJ and Shane Thomas at our Ignition pay-per-view. And now he is headed to the pay-per-view to take on Brian Nash. But this month could not have gone much worse than it did, taking a loss 3 weeks ago, taking a loss last week in one-on-one competition, and then a loss here tonight. I mean, it is good competition. Dan Juan will be fighting in that Intercontinental title match, #1 contendership match, later on tonight. He just lost to the Intercontinental Champion, and the man who beat him the first week of this month was Tyrant, the man who was so close to winning that world title last month and throughout all of XCW. So, I mean, the competition he is losing to is top talent. But the question is, he's supposed to be the top talent in the company. If he's going to win that world title now, I think even if he wins it, people might be questioning KC. I mean, Brian has been the unstoppable when it comes to one-on-one title matches, but KC has got to do something to improve himself here, because these last 4 weeks have not gone his way. And right here is that final 3 count. Demon picking up the win. Intercontinental Champion still on a roll.
Wow, now that was an impressive victory.
As long as he's not fighting Brian Nash, Demon has always looked extremely impressive here in this company.
What a match that was, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for
We're going to
joining
move
us.
on to our next match, which is going to be that #1 contendership for that IC title. It is going to be Dan Juan against CJ Lyons. Should be a very good bout. Another Wrecking Crew versus West Carson Avenue family matchup. One of them fighting for the title, one of them locked out. So let's go ahead and get these two. CJ just right here taking on Dan Juan. Now, I don't know who's going to win this bout because both these guys are on really good winning streaks. And this might just come down to who gets that big move late in the match. And here we go, one-on-one. Hopefully I didn't choose. See, I'm trying to get used to not choosing the competitors, but for some reason if I chose them, I just got to back out and redo it. But here we go. CJ, Dan Juan, one-on-one, Wrecking Crew, West Carson Avenue family. Doesn't get much better than this. Two veterans of XCW here have been the entire length of EWF history as well. Can they be your next Intercontinental Champion? I don't know. Let's find out which one has got the goods tonight.
And there's the bell. This match has got
Okay, good. CJ early on getting a big move, throwing him up. Oh man, hold the phone. How is that the first move you get done to the big Dan Juan? Going for a suplex, reverse course into a Uranagi slam, smashing him into the ground. Very impressive by CJ, but quickly good turnaround by Dan Juan, already hitting a stunner right there. The Wrecking Crew has been, just in general, the Wrecking Crew itself has been a very dominant group. And these guys kind of seem to trade off every week or two. One of the two a little bit more dominant than the other. You know, they might have a bad week every now and then, but both of these organizations have been really good here in this organization, in this company. My money's on CJ, says Matt Mann. Midwest Gaming also going for CJ. And so here's the thing, I don't know. Dan Juan has been maybe the most impressive man who's never won a title in this company. Two, in terms of his overall performance versus, I'm not sure if he's ever had a title match, let alone a title shot. He came in kind of I guess the only opportunity he's ever had, he earned it. That was that Elimination Chamber match for the world title back in XCW. They ended up taking everybody else, all three members of the Wrecking Crew at the time, where the final three men, he had to fight his own faction in order to try to win that world title, couldn't get it done. Besides that one opportunity, though, Dan Juan has not, I think, ever had a title match. So this will be his first real opportunity to get some gold around his waist. And it will be in one-on-one action, too. He's just got to get through CJ here tonight. But CJ is no slouch himself. He has been a former TV champion in singles competition, a former tag team champion on multiple occasions with his brother Jay Lyons. So I could very easily see either of these guys pulling out a great win and going on to win that IC title. But they're going to have to go on against maybe the hottest superstar in all of EWF, Demon, one-on-one. And look at Dan Juan climbing the ropes here. Big leg drop across the throat.
I don't like his entire face.
Yes, Midwest saying West Carson. Hold on, look at this top rope. Maybe learn that one from Jackson Jordan. Diving elbow drop to the back. And look at this. He's setting up for that curb stomp. All that weight crushing down. His head crashes into the mat. 2, 3. No, so close. I thought we had a KC situation where one big move from Dan Juan gets the job done. Instead, he's setting up for that move. This might be it right here. Look at this. He misses the grapple attempt, but he's still... sit-up pile driver. This has got to be it. CJ cannot be done this early, but I don't know. No one's ever kicked out of this so far. 1, 2, 3. No one yet, including Brian Ash, has kicked out of that sit-out pile driver. The only person who's ever gotten out of the move has been in tag team competition, which somebody else broke up the pin attempt. But wow, Dan Juan proving himself here tonight and running over a man who was on a streak of his own. CJ just got run over by the Dan Juan train, which is coming into the Intercontinental title station at our next episode, the War pay-per-view, where he will take Demon on one-on-one. And I don't know, Demon might have to run scared because this might be a man more dangerous and more scary to me than Demon is. Even with the way Demon's been winning, it looks like Dan Juan is just an unstoppable beast in singles competition right now. I'm not surprised that Dan Juan won this match. I'm only surprised that CJ couldn't put up much of a fight. But I mean, Dan Juan has beaten Nash, and not necessarily in quite a fast speed like this. And he did beat KC, and even around this amount of time, maybe a couple minutes longer took him to beat KC. But I mean, this man is simply a beast. I don't know if I would want to face this guy or walk into him in a dark alley, be in the same room as him. I don't know if I would be in the same area code as that man. So let's go ahead and move on. That is your number 1 contender for the Intercontinental title. We have just 2 more matches left here on War. 5 matches down, 2 left to go. Now we get to a fatal 4-way match. Gotta back up here. Fatal 4-way match, including our World Heavyweight Champion. Here we go. Brian Nash will be in this bout. He will be taking on 3 tough competitors. One of them being Ricky Brown, former Vigilante teammate, now Wrecking Crew, Wrecking Ball. We got Shane Thomas as well. Man, took a little bit of a new look last week. Failed in his attempt to win, but a great matchup he had. Be right back, which means I can't see what y'all say, LOL. Okay. And lastly, a man who was desperate for a victory in singles competition. He has been just kind of the odd man out, the man who hasn't been able to get it done, whether it was in tag team action, singles competition. Always looks like he has a really good shot of winning, and then some big mistake cost him a match. A win here tonight would definitely feel very good for this man here tonight, Deshaun Johnson. Okay, let's get this match underway. Game Bro, yes, this is Xbox One. We have got 4. See, it drives me crazy that we're even in an exhibition. It's not even universe mode, and it's still doing that weird thing at the bottom. These 4 men, including your world champion, Brian Nash, completely dominated XCW. A 3-time XCW champion, cumulatively though, holding the title for less than for only 2 months and 3 weeks of the entire time in XCW, he did not hold that title. He never went an entire month without getting back his championship belt. And now that the XCW has become EWF, he picked up where he left off, winning the belt one-on-one against Demon, taking out Tyrant at our last pay-per-view, Ignition. And now he is taking on 3 competitors here this evening. And he definitely wants to prove himself in multi-man matches, because rumor has it there's a big multi-man match coming up for the world title after this next pay-per-view. No word as to what kind of match, but they said that Brian Nash might have to run into his kryptonite soon. So some rumors going around the internet. Ricky Brown right there popping the big elbow twice. Back-to-back, following up with a dropkick, taking down Deshaun on the outside, while Nash and now Shane Thomas are dueling it out on the inside of the ring. You have a creator so that I can download Game Bro. Okay, yeah, I can definitely add him to a roster. We still got some spots left. Had some guys who've been inactive that, that we're replacing. So definitely can do that for you if you would like me to. Let's go Wrecking Ball, says Matt Man. Ricky Brown on the outside, one fourth of the Wrecking Crew. And look at this, Brian Nash taken down by Shane Thomas inside the ring. Your creator wrestler has 2 hashtags. Well, Game Bro, the best way for you to, you can send me a message on Xbox Live and add me as a friend on Xbox Live. That's by far the best way to get in contact with me. Let me get your creator wrestler so I can go back and check it. You tell me here, very good chance I might not do it. One is named Tornado and one is RFPW. Well, the man you see in the middle of the ring getting his chest kicked in is Brian Tornado Nash. So, you can bring a guy named in Tornado, but, our world champion's nickname is Tornado, so that's up to you. I don't know what RFPW is supposed to stand for, if that's actually his name. Could just be the letters RFPW. Ricky Brown, Deshaun Johnson fighting out in the corner. Brian Nash getting taken down by Shane Thomas. Vicious DDT from the ropes there. Game Bro, by the way, my gamer tag is Image Maker. No spaces there. As we get an Olympic slam, taking down Deshaun inside the ring. Nash trying to get Ricky back in. If you send me if you send me a friend request and you also send me a message telling me what your guy's name is, then it'll be really easy for me to download your guy. Nash going down, got a signature move here, locking in that sharpshooter. Can't get Ricky Brown to tap out. Shane Thomas trying to get in the ring to stop him from getting the submission victory. Almost got the pinfall on Ricky Brown. Couldn't quite get that either. And now Shane Thomas throwing Deshaun Johnson into the outside of the apron. During different moments of this match, Brian Nash has been in control inside the ring. Shane Thomas has been in control inside the ring. And now it looks like he might be setting up for an F7. Former Vigilante teammate looks like he is in trouble. Ricky Brown being taken down by that F7. Locks in the pinfall. Look at this on the outside of the ring too. Can't get there in time, can he? Did he? I think he did. This is a Fatal 4 match. There is no disqualification. And Deshaun Johnson is taking out all his frustration over the last couple of months. Since pretty much his entire EWF career, since that first night when we thought his rookie year in XEW was going to completely, repeat itself here in this company. Deshaun Johnson has done the exact opposite since then. He beat Brian Nash one-on-one in our first ever EWF card, the first ever EWF war, and since then he has free-falled while Nash has gone right back to championship caliber fighting, and you just saw him beating Nash down with that bat moments ago. Hold on, Ricky Brown has got his finisher, that vertebreaker, center of the ring. Nash just threw in. He just threw that man in the ring. He's got to turn around and see it. No, he does not. He was focused in on Nash, who had just tossed him in the ring. If Deshaun Johnson noticed it, he goes over there and breaks up the pinfall. He does not, though. Nash can't slide in the ring and run across the ring in time. And this matchup is over. Ricky Brown, Wrecking Crew, getting the win in this Fatal 4-Way. And even though he's not going to have a shot to regain that Intercontinental title at our next pay-per-view, Dan Juan, his teammate, Will, his faction mate, gets that opportunity, so that IC title could be coming back to the Wrecking Crew, while Ricky Brown just got a win over the world champion. Sure, it wasn't a pin over the world champion himself, but it was a match in which he gets the win, and Nash technically comes away with the loss. I don't necessarily know if Nash will be extremely upset about this loss, but I'm sure he's not very happy about not being able to pick up the win. And look at this. Earlier on, I thought this would be the end of the bout. About to hit this F7 here. I think this would have been the end of the match. Look at this. Bam! Smashes him into the mat. Deshaun, though, gets in the ring after the one, gets in with that bat, and smashes Nash in the back of the head, beat him down with that bat. And while the other two men, after that assault, they could not stop fighting each other. Here comes that vertebreaker on Shane Thomas up top. Takes it right there. And in back-to-back weeks, Ricky Brown picks up impressive wins after a bad loss. Look at this. If he had just turned the other direction, I don't think he ever knew that pinfall was happening because he was so focused on Nash. But it doesn't matter what he did think or didn't. It doesn't matter if Nash did or didn't do, because this man did just pick up a victory here tonight, and that is Ricky Brown, your winner in this fatal four-way match. That leaves just one match left on the card. And this matchup, guys, is what some are calling as Shane sticking his nose a little bit too far into the business of the wrestlers here in the company. And he is setting up a 1-on-2 handicap match here tonight. He is making this man, I don't know why he is suddenly after Tyrant. What did Tyrant do to upset him? But Shane McMahon having Colin and Dallas Morgan in a 2-on-1 handicap match against Tyrant. Now, Tyrant a couple weeks ago in tag team competition took the loss to these guys. He's already got a loss under his belt against these, and that was with Dan Juan as a partner. I don't know what he's going to do here tonight in a 2-on-1 competition. It's kind of crazy that Shane is doing this. Why? What is his point? What does Tyrant do to deserve the wrath of Shane McMahon? And here we go, guys. We are ready to go. Make sure entrances are off. Fast momentum. And here we go. Tyrant 2-on-1. And this should definitely be interesting, because if Tyrant can pull this off, then Shane's going to have to explain what he is doing around here. He's going to have to tell us, hey, you got this thing against Tyrant. We want to know why. And look at this matchup already starting underway. Colin kicking the gut of Tyrant. Back and forth they go. Look at this nice takedown. Tyrant smashing his face into the mat. And here he is, smashing the back of his... doing that like a small little stomp to the back of his... I guess his lower back. And look at this, the assaults that Tyrant is pulling off against Colin Morgan early in this match. He just had a catapult European uppercut. He is continuing. I mean, Colin hasn't got anything in this match thus far. And look at that. Maybe going for a back body drop, put his head in the wrong position. Colin able to finally counter something and get a nice DDT. And he's about, I thought he was about to send Tyrant over the top rope. Tyrant probably thought the same thing there. And that's why Colin was able to take him down with that power slam, but Tyrant fighting back. Nice big elbow right there. Look at this. Oh! Once again, Colin now, the master of the reversal, able to block that move, hit a very big DDT once again. But now Dallas is in. Tyrant's got him by a headlock. Now Dallas Morgan able to break free, get one of his own. Submission move here. Got his arm twisted up. They can do some quick tags. If Dallas and Colin can go back and forth, even if Tyrant's getting in some good shots, they should be able to keep their man fresh. A nice kick to the chest. Now Tyrant, bullplex maybe, no. Oh, look at that viciousness of that power bomb right there. He's going to pick him up off the ground. He is lifting him up, smashing him hard into the ground. Tyrant in complete control. This is the main event of EWF Monday Night War. Look at Tyrant, had him on the ropes, picks him right up. Doesn't allow him to get a breather. And after that backbreaker, a little standing fall away slam. Tyrant once again up top. This time Dallas Morgan dropping down, hits a German on him. Sending a little suplex city his way. Tyrant getting back to his feet, blocking the pickup attempt. And a nice takedown by Tyrant. Tyrant has been still, I think, in control of this match, even though it's been a 2-on-1. Colin had some nice reversals, but ever since Dallas got in, it's been almost completely Tyrant. A couple good shots from Dallas, but pretty much Tyrant. And there it is again, that vicious powerbomb once again. Now followed up a second time by a pickup powerbomb and slams him right back down into the mat. Tyrant has got to be doing a lot of damage to the back and the back of the head. And hold on, that is a 12 gauge. That 12 gauge signature move. That's what beat Brian Nash, our world champion, last week. He is going for the pin here. 1, 2. No, so close to winning this 2-on-1 handicap match was Tyrant. Tyrant popped in the gut right there. Oh, eat defeat, foot in the face. And Dallas smartly now going to tag in Colin Morgan. Colin, the big power man, coming back in. Might be a little bit stronger than Tyrant overall. And look at this, spin out, power bomb right there. Maybe that red, white, and blue thunder bomb. Able to hit it. Tyrant kicking out at 2. Colin has been the more aggressive, more powerful, more impactful of the 2 tonight. But Tyrant getting a nice big right shot in there. Hold on, is this? Yes, backslide driver. He and Jackson Jordan both share that move. Very impressive way of getting it done. Look at this. He's calling for a big-time stomp. No! Oh! Little insult to injury. Maybe Tyrant seems to be very confident. You know, he's facing a 2-on-1. You might expect to win, but there's hold on. Pop-up powerbomb out of nowhere. 1, 2. Colin, I don't know how you throw a man like Colin up like that. I don't care how strong you are. He is a hefty man. There's no way anybody should be able to throw him up with the ease that Tyrant just did. Tyrant finally getting taken down by Colin because Tyrant had taken over. And look at this, swatting Colin aside. This is right in front of Dallas now. Throws him into the ropes, sending him over the top turnbuckle. Dallas having to avoid contact there. And now Colin unconscious on the outside as the referee counts. Tyrant letting the count go right now, making Colin have to use his energy, getting back up, crawling back in the ring. Oh! And out of nowhere, look at that dive over the top rope. I think Tyrant hurt himself a little bit as well, but he takes it to Colin right there. Colin now being stalked by Tyrant. Oh, look at that right hand. Nice job by Colin. Ring awareness. Or not ring awareness, just simple awareness of where your opponent is. And look at this. Tries to smash him into that table over on the outside, but Tyrant, oh, looked like he was about to reverse a big move instead. After avoiding one hit, gets taken down by that clothesline. Matt Mann wanted to know if Tyrant can pull it out. Dallas gets tagged back in, but Dallas, you know, maybe might have had some time to recover, but he was on the brink of destruction moments ago. If he gets another 12 gauge or a finisher from Tyrant, this one could easily be over in my opinion. Look at this. Right there. Matt Mann. I have a creator not being used named Wes Draven. Hashtag is NSW. He's on my other gamer tag. Okay, well, Matt Mann, I'll try to remember that. I'll at least try to remember it's during the main event that I talked about this. So it's Wes Draven, like Wes Craven, and his hashtag at NSW. Say that one more time so I can, if I go back and check this out on the stream, I can find it. Tyrant now, look at this pop-up powerbomb. Colin asking for the tag. He needs to get in there and break this up. 1, 2, Colin. Oh my gosh, they were so close to losing this. Colin took a wide berth on that breakup attempt. And if Dallas had not kicked out, this one would be over. But look at this. Stomps his face into the mat. Is this one done? Is this one over? Is that enough to get the job done? No. Tyrant lifting it up. He is not done yet. Dallas now being sent to the corner. I thought Tyrant had won this match. Look at this. He is taking him dancing. He is mocking these tag team champions here tonight. And look at this, giving a little kiss on the forehead for smashing him directly in front of Colin, too. I bet he goes for the pinfall right in front of him. Look at that. He is directly in front of Colin. And, oh, uses the foot, uses the roast right there. Referee didn't call it, didn't have time to see it because Colin got in the ring to break it up. Come on, ref, says Matt Max. I keep saying Matt Max, but it's Matt Mann. Tyrant finally getting hit by a big move. That sunset powerbomb. Hit right there by Dallas Morgan. Tyrant, though, had been in complete control, able to hit some big moves on both Colin. Uh-oh, submission move here. Figure 4 headlock, excuse me. Got it locked in. Is Tyrant going to tap? Tyrant quickly gets Dallas Morgan off of him, kicks out of that submission hold, and he is taking control of this match right back. The only thing Tyrant, in my opinion, hasn't done is I think he needs to get Colin back in this ring. He needs to wear him down a little bit more so that whenever he goes for that pinfall, Colin can't run into his opponent, run and break up the pinfall. He's got to get Colin a little bit more damage in order to win this matchup. Dallas is ready to go down, I think, with any more signature or finisher moves. But he's got to weaken his opponent, or at least as soon as you hit that big move, maybe knock that second guy off the apron. He's got to use some strategy, though, in order to get the win tonight. Tyrant getting to a 5 count, decides to get in the ring, going to make his opponent get in the ring himself. He is on the far side corner now, waiting for Dallas to get in the ring. Mid-center of the ring, they meet up. Nice Northern Lights suplex right there. And Dallas Morgan going to tag in Colin. This is good for both teams here, I think. I think that Tyrant has to weaken this man right here. And I think that Dallas needed to get out of the ring. Look at this. Oh, taking him down. This could be it. Tyrant can finally succumb. No, not enough to get the job done. That pump handle driver. Big Dog saying, so Shane McMahon wants to mess with the crew. Oh, look at that running senton splash. And look at this. This could be it. Goes for a kind of crazy roll up here. 2, 3, no! Tyrant somehow still kicks out. I don't know what is going on with Tyrant, but he is not going down easy. Huge spine buster right there. That's got to be it. If he goes for the pin, I think this one is over. And now what is this? He's calling for a deadlift German suplex, and he bridges the foot. His foot's on the rope, though. 1, 2, no! Tyrant still kicks out. Tyrant still kicks out. Wrecking Crew, man, I mean, he has taken a 2-on-1 beating, and I thought he could have won this match a while back, but he has got to, no matter what happens here, he has got to reverse a couple of moves here of Colin Morgan's and get back in control. Look at this crazy roll-up pin again. 1, 2, 3, finally gets Tyrant. Too many kickouts wearing this man down. But look, Tyrant's already back to his feet. Colin Morgan dropped to his knees at the end of the match. He was exhausted from all the pin attempts, all those moves in the last 2 minutes. It was Tyrant who immediately popped right back up to his feet. I don't think he was really done in this match. He just didn't have the leg strength at that moment to kick out after having kicked out of so many moves in the last 2 minutes. But you saw the energy, the fire that was still in Tyrant got to his feet before the man who had made him kick out did. And what a job by Tyrant here tonight. Can't pick up the 2-on-1 victory, but as impressive as a 2-on-1 match we have ever seen. So now the question is why is Shane McMahon doing this to Tyrant? What does he have? Obviously, Shane doesn't have necessarily a problem with the Wrecking Crew itself. Shane has allowed Ricky Brown to get his title rematch. Shane has allowed Dan Juan to earn the #1 contendership match. Shane McMahon has allowed Jackson Jordan to fight for that world title and become the heavyweight title, rename it the Texas Heavyweight Championship. There is something with Tyrant specifically that Shane has a problem with, and we have got to get to down to the bottom of why Shane seems to be targeting Tyrant these last couple of weeks. Because, if anybody deserves probably a world title match again in the future, I'm going to say it's Tyrant. But right now, it seems like Shane has got something against this man, puts him against the world champion, and tries to screw him last week. Can't get the job done, so he puts him against 2 champions this week, and he still almost gets it done single-handed against your tag team champions. He was closer this week to getting the job done than he was with his partner Dan Juan 2 weeks ago. So I don't know what it is, but Shane has got it out for Tyrant. Maybe we'll find out at the pay-per-view, get an answer as to why Shane is torturing Tyrant right now. And as much as Tyrant has got to hate what happened here tonight, these two guys, they might be frustrated with how long it took them to do it, but they did get the job done. They did beat this extremely impressive and powerful member of the Wrecking Crew, West Carson Avenue family. Regardless of what you think about the way Shane is handling things, got a victory over the Wrecking Crew in the main event tonight. But now we're heading on over to Skirmish. Different set of superstars, different roster, but all the same great action of EWF, as we now are going to start out with two guys who seem to be free-falling over the last few weeks. And let's go ahead and get this match in here. This is a one-on-one match between Clown Danger, who 2 weeks ago lost this title. Last week took a stunning loss in singles competition, and even though he will get a rematch for that TV title, I mean, he is contractually obligated to get one. He will not be fighting for that TV title at the pay-per-view. We're going to have to see if Sammy Danger can retain or not. But he is going up against a man who was at the absolute pinnacle of this roster, of this company, the former Texas Heavyweight Champion, Kirby, one-on-one. Only one of these men can right their ship before heading into our pay-per-view in a couple more weeks. Let's go ahead and save this non-title. Yeah, this is, of course, not a title matchup this week. Let's go ahead and start this match. Big Dog says now Shane has a problem with the Wrecking Crew. Alva Dizzle, whack. Shane don't want it with the Wrecking Crew. Well, Shane, the man who has rebranded this, the EWF, the man who has bought the ability for this company to have more superstars, a larger roster, 2 separate shows, 2 different world titles. He has brought a lot to this organization that they could not have done in the past as XCW. But whatever it is, the first man that he has decided that he has an issue with seems to be Tyrant. And I've gotten word now, we are here on the opening bout of Skirmish, that after what went down in that main event, that Shane has informed me our next episode of War, he will have a one-on-one discussion, not only with the universe, but with Tyrant himself in the middle of the ring. And that will happen live on our War pay-per-view. So we'll see, maybe get down to the bottom of exactly what is going down, why Shane would be targeting. Because as much as anybody else is going to say it, I can hear it from the Wrecking Crew backstage after the show. It's not going to matter why you were targeting Tyrant. The Wrecking Crew is not going to stand for it, and they don't care if you are a rookie first day in the door, if you're a fan at ringside, if you were the pinnacle, if they are Brian Nash, the top man in the industry, or if you are the boss, the man that writes your paychecks. They will not care. They will get to the bottom of this, and something is going to have to happen. So Shane is going to have a pretty good excuse as to why he decided to do this to Tyrant. But we'll find that out on the next War pay-per-view. But we are not quite there yet. We still have to get through this Skirmish episode. By the way, I believe that Thursday night will be our War pay-per-view. And matches that we have confirmed for that match, for that pay-per-view are the tag team title match between Jay and Cassidy against the champions you just saw beat Tyrant on the main event, Colin and Dallas Morgan. You will also see Brian Nash take on KC. You will see the confrontation between Tyrant and Shane in the middle of the ring. You'll see them talking it out. Hold on. Pop-up powerbomb. Hooking the leg real quick. Is Kirby already done in the first couple minutes of this match? No, able to kick out. I believe you will also see... you might see the women's championship match, but that might be... we might hold that one off until Skirmish's pay-per-view a couple episodes later.
He's got him.
I'm pretty sure you'll also see in action guys like Ricky Brown, guys like Shane Thomas, and other great superstars of the EWF War roster. And over the top goes Clown Danger, who seems to be in firm control of this match from start to finish thus far. Kirby having a tough go tonight. kind of the way his career has gone since winning that title belt. I mean, he was up and down, did win a match or two after winning the title, but I mean, I think he's only like won maybe two in about 6 or 7 since then. And look at this. Very awesome move right there, though, that suplex power bomb. Now Kirby trying to get the pinfall victory off of it, hooking the leg of Clown Danger. 1. Wow, Clown kicking out of that move out of 1. That is pretty impressive in my book. Guys, we've got 6 matches left to go after this one. We have 3 more titles to set up. Look at that. That has got to get you a late 2 count, if not a 3 here. No, an early kick out of 2. Kirby is shocked at how Clown is able to do this right now. We've got John 1421444 in the chat saying sup. Well, John, we are on the first match of our second show on this stream. We had our entire war show. Now we're at the first match of Skirmish, and we are seeing the former heavyweight champion, Mohammed Kirby Joda, simply known normally to us as Kirby, and he is going one-on-one with Clown Danger, and who Danger just got crushed once again. We saw him complete domination for the first couple minutes of this match, but a second signature hit now by Kirby in the last minute and a half, and almost puts Danger away. Both these guys have shown you kind of what's happened to them recently. They've had these huge pitfalls, look impressive at times, but then have these bad start for Clown Danger, but then a bad start for Kirby in this matchup, but then a huge turnaround, completely horrible next 5 minutes for Clown. These two guys have got to have a little bit more back and forth or complete dominance themselves, because both these guys are either hot or cold. Neither one can stay consistent, though, because they are flipping back and forth. But a pop-up powerbomb, second of the match, and hooking the leg. This could be it. Kirby, 2, 3, it is over. His free fall continues while the former television champion, even though it was only for 1 week, Clown Danger, finally getting a big, meaningful victory. But each time that Kirby takes a loss, the men who have previously beaten him can no longer say, hey, that was an impressive win. Ryder 2 weeks ago, we thought he was on the uptick after beating Kirby in singles competition. But then we find out the next week it is in fact Chris Cryptic that beats Ryder, and he was on a free fall himself. So, you never know exactly what's going to happen here. These matches are not predetermined, unlike the WWE where they walk out ahead of time knowing what's going to happen. Here in the EWF, we do not know who is going to win each of these matches ahead of time. We can assume, based off various skills that these individuals have, who might or might not win, but sometimes you really just don't know. Sometimes guys get lucky. Sometimes some people are just more dominant. And right here with that second suplex powerbomb, I thought Kirby had this matchup won, or at the very least would have been one finisher away from putting away Danger. But not the case, as moments later, pop-up powerbomb number 2, and the quick leg hook right there by Clown Danger gets the 3 fall and a victory here tonight. This man definitely needed a victory, and he will get that TV title rematch. The question is, when will he get it? If his opponent, his previous opponent, Sammy Danger, can retain the title, might get it right after the pay-per-view. We will see now as we go ahead and go on to our next matchup. If for some reason you guys don't hear me talk for quite a long time, let me know. So hey, we haven't heard you in 3 minutes or something. Let me know, because it's possible that I could accidentally mute my controller for a second, and then not unmute it. I don't think I've done that tonight, but I could do that. I'm very kind of crazy like that. Okay, let's get into some tag team action now. We are going to see the debut of a brand new tag team. A very odd combination of superstars, but both of these men making their debut. And they will be taking on two men who've never teamed before, and I don't expect them to team anytime again soon, but Ryder and the man who debuted last week, Devereaux. Devereaux trying to look to pick up his first victory. And if he's going to have to fight in tag team action, this is a good partner for him to have. Ryder, a former 3-time XCW tag team champion. Definitely somebody who's learned the ropes in the tag team division. Uh-oh, batteries are low, so I might have to switch out controllers in a minute. So if I suddenly stop talking, that'll be why for a moment. Let's get this, at least if we can get this tag team match started, then I can go ahead and probably switch out controllers while that's happening. Here we go, tag team match. The 2 men on your left, Irish Pero and Dashing Dawn are taking on Ryder, the man in the giant red R tights. And his partner for this evening would be the brand new superstar Devereaux. It was I thought a pretty good debut for Devereaux, but you know, Ryder struggled last week. Devereaux didn't pick up the victory either. Both these guys looking to change their fortune, and I mean, we'll see if they can do that tonight. It's going to be a difficult task because they've never seen either of these superstars. Both these guys could have scouted these gentlemen before this evening began, but I don't think either of these know or have ever seen Irish Pero or Dashing Dawn before. So definitely going to be an interesting bout this evening as Ryder just gets reversed right there, popped in the side. Shane don't want it. Yeah, not much chat going on in the box, even though we've got quite a few people in the chat itself. I guess they're watching all this great action in the ring. Ryder getting reversed there by Dawn. Dawn lifting up Ryder. What is he going for here? Ryder able to reverse it into a DDT. Very vicious DDT, might I add.
Sometimes all it takes is a basic strike.
I'm going to take this time right now, try to get my second controller ready. And if worse comes to worse, I do have a Connect, so we shouldn't have to lose commentary for any amount of time. Ryder with a nice takedown right there. I'm gonna go ahead and switch controllers real fast, guys.
What do we got here?
Okay, if you can hear me, go ahead and let me know. I didn't know that I didn't have to stay on that one controller.
One of these guys claims of being the best in the business.
Why is the guy his opponent? What's he going for here?
Quick thinking to avoid that.
He's in big trouble. Look out! Look out!
Hey guys, I'm not sure if you can hear me. Tell me if you think it sounds like I sound different. I'm not sure if it's going through my mic like it probably should be, or if it's going through my Connect right now. Which controllers are Devereaux putting up Dawn on the turnbuckle.
Really pushing his opponent to the limit here. Look at this. This could be it.
There is the snapmare driver.
Devereaux looks like he's going down.
This might be it.
Going with the 3 maybe.
Something big
Almost got the 3 count right there. Yeah, hold on a second, guys. Almost. I'm surprised. I guess Don's been in this whole matchup taking a little bit of a beating from Ryder and from Devereaux. Okay, hold on a second here. Let me maybe I switch the batteries in my controllers. That might work out if it's the controller itself that's the problem.
Today, too fast. Oh, that can't feel good.
A moment, guys. Sorry.
What's going to happen now?
My God, his body's been through hell, and his ribs have bore the brunt of the attack.
And I hope we can get a doctor out here as a precaution. Damaged ribs like that can make it hard to breathe. He looks absolutely unstoppable here.
We're looking at complete domination here.
Devereaux going the big move here on Irish Pedro. It's a reversed. Trying to get this mic set right back up here, guys.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're witnessing. A butt whooping. Oh, man, from the RKO.
Devereaux
Going for the pin here on Irish. Can't get it done.
And there's the tag.
Okay, trying to check all my things, make sure that I'm up and running.
He's going back to an old friend with that one.
You're right
You-
about that. You got
Let me
to
know.
do what works.
I don't know what's going on with my controller now. Hold on. Guess I'm going to have to go the old-fashioned way, guys. I'm going to have to put in some batteries. I knew I should have charged my controllers, but I had to do some stuff today and forgot to charge them before the show. Sorry about this. Good old-fashioned batteries. And I'm not even sure if these batteries they're not new, so hopefully they won't die either. Okay, here we go.
Will it be?
Okay, there. I think we should be back to normal as Ryder gets a 2 count there. Devereaux here for this tag team match, including himself. Ryder going for the ride or die. This could be it. Irish in the center of the ring. Don. Devereaux getting in across the ring, about to beat him. He does. Don way too injured from earlier in the match, and this match is over. Okay, voice back to normal. That's good. Sorry, had some battery trouble in the middle of this match, but at least we were able to see the end of it. Devereaux, very impressive against Don when he was in the ring for a long period of time, really weakened him. And not only that, at the very end of this match, when Ryder's able to get the victory for the team, Devereaux gets across the ring quickly. Don not only not able to get in the ring to prevent the pinfall attempt because of all the damage Devereaux had done to him, but Devereaux was in perfect position had he not been that damaged. So Devereaux doing a great job. And look at this, jumping RKO reversal from the top rope earlier. Devereaux and Ryder both redeeming themselves after bad losses last week. This brand new tag team failing to live up to the hype. And, you could say it's a bad loss for them. But what we saw 3 weeks ago was the debut of Jay and Chris Cassidy as a tag team. And now they are the #1 contenders after consecutive tag team victories the last couple of weeks. Ryder hitting that leg drop right there. That signature leg drop of his. Only able to get the 2 count on it. But moments later, able to hit this ride or die for the victory. And right here, hooks the pin. Look at that. Don couldn't get in the ring nearly in time, and Devereaux was able to get all the way across the ring. These two guys, they're not necessarily best friends, not even knowing each other before this matchup, But here tonight, they worked well together. Ryder and Devereaux picking up a tag team victory. And I'm sure Devereaux wants to get back to singles competition, but for this evening and this evening only, he is happy regardless of what type of matchup this was. He is 1-1 now in his career in the EWF as we head to our next matchup. Okay, now, see, what sucks is, I don't know, I kind of like this, setting the matches up one by one as we go along. They seem to load really fast here, a lot faster than in the other mode. Now, they're already set up, and they just go from one match to the other. So that's easier. You don't have to constantly set the matches up. But I don't know. If this hasn't been as bad as I thought it was going to be to do this. Okay, we've got 2 matches done. We've got another match now coming up. Singles matchup. Didn't back up enough. 1-on-1 normal singles match here. Jordan Alexander taking on Jake Watson. And this is an interesting bout for me here. Personally, Jake Watson has been on an absolute roll. And, you know, he might have a grudge saying, hey, you gave guys like Jordan Alexander and Brent Ryder and Chris Kripke and Junior shots at that world title when I have been winning matches. I have been impressive. I have good wins recently. Why didn't you give me that opportunity? I don't know if Watson feels that way, but if I was Watson, I might have those feelings. And tonight he's going to take on Jordan Alexander and maybe prove to everybody that he is ready for a championship match because, you know, he is not getting a championship opportunity this month. And that's kind of unfair to Watson with the way he has been the way he has performed over the last month. He has been spectacular. And I think that if he can pull off a win here tonight, and definitely if he can go back-to-back tonight and next week, and go an entire month undefeated, consecutive pay-per-view victories, I think he would definitely have to set up for some type of match, for some championship for Mr. Jake Watson as we go ahead and move forward now. Watson and Alexander 1-on-1. So, I mean, we've had some good matches here tonight. We've had a fatal 4-way match. We've had 2 number 1 contendership matches. We still have 3 number 1 contendership matches later on this evening. But right now, these 2 men kind of just jockeying for position in this company. Alexander was once again in the running for a number 1 contendership match for that Texas heavyweight title. Could not win his bout against his West Carson Avenue teammate, Junior. And now, once again, kind of like Ryder, squandering around, trying to find something to do, kind of living off past prestige. You know, you've kind of got your champions, you kind of got your guys floating around in the middle, and I think he's a part of that group. And, you know, if he can do what Ryder did this week, do what Devereaux did this week, turn things around from last week, maybe he can go back into some kind of title consideration. But, you know, guys like Ryder and Alexander who've just not gotten the job done, yeah, I would say they're probably not under the world title contention anymore, at least not for a while. They've got to prove themselves, build themselves back up if they want to get there. As we see some very impressive moves here by Jake Watson. Watson slamming the back of Jordan Alexander, pounding on him. But Alexander able to reverse there, knock him back into the ropes. Look at this, assaulting him with those left kicks to the chest over and over and over. This man is very vicious and excited here tonight. But Jake Watson trying to counter with some big right hands. Can't get enough. As Alexander now, oh, I thought I was about to drop him over the top of the ropes maybe. But instead, Watson ended up falling, crumpling down to the ground inside of the ring.
He's simply reminding him.
Just to let everybody know, the rest of our night will consist of 3 number 1 contendership matches, and Jackson Jordan, our Texas heavyweight champion, going 1-on-1 with our TV champion, Sammy Danger. Should be a great bout. So our last 4 matches are set up to be spectacular. I don't know which one I am looking forward to the most. We have Aaron Wilson versus Rage in a TV title number 1 contendership. Of course, we've got Chris Kripke and Jr. in our main event going one-on-one for that Texas Heavyweight Championship #1 contendership. But then we've got the lovely ladies, 4 divas, with a chance to go fight Jessica Gage for that title. 3 of them from the West Carson Avenue family. Shantia, Dawn, and Tamia will go one-on-one with Jennifer Lewis. Whichever woman survives that bout, gets the 3 count or submission victory, is going to go on and get that championship opportunity. And of these 4 matches, I don't know, because I mean, 3 of them are title matches. We're going to find out what we're getting at our next skirmish pay-per-view. But that Jackson Jordan, Sammy, and it's a very intriguing match as well. I don't know which of the 4 I enjoy the most or will enjoy the most. It could be any of them. And we've already seen some great competition in the first couple matches here on Skirmish. And, of course, all the great action we had on War. We saw Nick Nitro get a good victory against Brian Nash. Lita continuing a bad start to her EWF career, taking a loss to the champion of the women's division. Dan Juan became her new Intercontinental title #1 contender. Hold on. This could be it. Watson has Alexander. No, just a 2 count. We saw Jay and Cassidy take down the Whitetail Mafia to become their #1 contenders for the tag team titles. Nash couldn't survive a fatal 4-way. Ricky Brown of the Wrecking Crew gets the win over Shane Thomas in that bout. KC continues to fall, even though he's got a #1 contendership match. And it's not looking like championship material this month. But neither is Nash, taking 2 consecutive losses as well. So I don't know who's looking worse right now, the world champion or the #1 contender for that title. And the man who beat Brian Nash last week, beat KC 3 weeks ago. Tyrant had a 2-on-1 handicap match. Shane has something against this man. Leader of the Wrecking Crew kind of got the ire of the boss. And right now, though, you might have the ire of Jordan Alexander after this match. Watson planting his face firmly into the ground. Watson trying to go for his 5th consecutive singles victory. Could not get it done. He has won, or I say 4th consecutive. This is only 3rd week after that pay-per-view for War. Watson pounding in on Alexander right now. We're getting pretty late in this matchup. I think Watson has controlled most of this match, but Alexander's gotten some good offense in as well. This has not been a total one-sided affair. And look at this wrenching of the head, trying to wear Jordan Alexander down. Watson has been one of the most impressive superstars last month. And this would just give him 1 more victory in a row. Add to that already good resume. Look at that big left hand. And turns him around. Got some in the center of the ring. Alexander picking him up top. Electric chair drop. Very impressive move from Alexander, who goes to the corner. No, pulls back. Maybe he has a big move in mind. Rolling senton maybe. No, Rolling Thunder. Get a little extra hop there off the ground. And now Alexander sending him to the corner. What does he have in mind here?
Call your friends, let them know what's going on.
Oh no, he's got some bad intentions. I think he might be able to jump over these steps, go through those ropes, hit a torpedo DDT, connects it, got it on the ground, smashes that skull, the top of the skull right there on the ground. Jake Watson could be in some serious trouble here, guys. And hold on, look at this. Rolls through and then picks him up for the power bomb. Look at the power of Alexander. Jordan, if he hits another big move, maybe he can win this match by count out, turning around. He's going to go for a submission hold. No, look at this. That has got to hurt your arm so bad, and he is running back inside the ring now. Watson in trouble of getting a count out loss here. Already at an 8 count. He's got to get up. Only got 2 seconds, 2 counts to get back in the ring. 9 now. Slides back in at 9. Watson runs across the ring, gets met with a kick, goes for a big, I think he was heading for a signature move there. Instead, the powerbomb. Wait a minute. Double powerbomb from Alexander. Can he hit? Yes, the triple pickup powerbomb. And that is it. He's hooked the leg. No way Watson can survive that this late in the match. Alexander ends the streak of Jake Watson. This does not necessarily mean that Watson has lost a step, but didn't take that next step up to the very top. I think if he had won this match and could have won next week, this guy could have definitely been maybe the next #1 contender for the world title. But a tough loss to a tough competitor. Alexander needed this a lot more than Watson did. And Alexander gets a very quality victory, just like Ryder did, recovering from their bad losses last week. Midwest Gaming saying, find someone else to prove yourself on, scrub. Watson cannot continue his dominance. And it looked like he was setting up for maybe a signature or finisher move there. Tried to land it real quick, but a triple powerbomb ends the night for Jake Watson. Alexander, for the first time in quite a while, getting a big-time victory here on singles competition. And just in time, as we start heading toward that next skirmish pay-per-view in a couple of episodes' time. Let's go ahead and exit out now. We've got 4 matches left. As I said, we're going to go ahead and get to those. One of those #1 contendership matches is going to be the #1 contendership for the TV title, and it is coming up next. Aaron Wilson versus Rage. 1-on-1 Rage, another guy who's been just as impressive as Jake Watson. But he actually has beaten a little bit better competition over that time period. That's why Rage eked out Watson for this Intercontinental Championship opportunity. Rage will go 1-on-1 with Aaron Wilson right here. Should be a good bout. The one thing I really wish I could you could choose the preset default arena, so I wouldn't have to do this every time. Okay, let's get this match underway, guys. This is right, TV title, #1 contendership match. Aaron Wilson won a 6-man over-the-top battle royal in the previous month. Rage raged through the roster, putting man down after man down, leading to this matchup here tonight. So Watson could not continue that impressive winning streak. We'll see if Rage can, and not only that, but earn himself a shot at Sammy Danger in that TV title. Rage, nice suplex right there, taking Aaron Wilson down. Aaron Wilson has gotten some good victories throughout his career. He's been a guy that's only been an EWF guy, was not around during the XCW days, neither was Rage. And they're kind of showing you maybe that these newer guys can get the job done too, as they have been impressive enough to be able to face our champion at the upcoming pay-per-view.
Talking about someone who has all the talent necessary to become one of the all-time greats.
Missing that dropkick is Rage. I just want to let you guys appreciate, it was, I guess after last night's stream, past 300 followers. At the end of our XCW first year, we passed 200. Now, a little bit into our EWF career, passing 300. Hopefully, that number will continue to grow, not because I specifically want numbers, but because that means how many people have enjoyed what we have done. That's what I see it as. If you're not going to like it, if you didn't at least enjoy what you saw, you're not going to, I guess it's not subscribing necessarily, but it's, or is it subscribing? I don't remember. It's following. You're not going to follow something if you didn't enjoy what you saw. So we'll see if it can continue to grow like it has. But thank you guys for making me, I guess, get to 300 followers now. Look at this big slap right there. If only I had an English accent, maybe I'd be at like 2,000 by now, but I do not have an English accent. Nice takedown by Rage. This one has been back and forth. Neither man has dominated throughout this match, but Rage seems to be a man that is more powerful than you would assume just from his body type. He is not nearly as large as a man like Sammy Danger, but that chokeslam is deadly. He usually uses one to soften you up, second one to put you down for the count.
If he keeps up this pace, this could turn real ugly real fast.
Not much chatting going on in the chat box tonight. Normally it's a lot more chattery. Chattery is not a word, but a lot more chattery than it is tonight. And Rage, as I said, first one usually softens you up. Still, of course, go for that pinfall attempt to Wilson kicking out. It's normally how it happens. I don't know why Rage is too surprised. If he kicks out of that second chokeslam, that's when you have to be start to concern yourself a little bit. But Aaron Wilson not done yet, flipping the script right now. Got a submission hold in on Rage. Rage going to try to fight out of it. Aaron Wilson knocking him back, pulling him in. Which of these men is going to face off for that Intercontinental title? Oh! A very impressive powerbomb now, setting up for another big move. Maybe the big swing. It is. Rage could be in serious trouble. Center of the ring. Aaron's got him airborne, spinning here. We saw Lita lose like this on Monday Night War. Is this how Rage is going to lose his Intercontinental title #1 contendership match? Aaron Wilson, is he about to get this victory? Referee is counting 1, 2, 3. That is it. I am shocked here. But that is an OMG moment. That is a spectacular move. You know, if you do it just 2 or 3 times, maybe it won't have the effect. But when you do full 7 rotations on that, you know, I was counting. The way I was saying it, I was expecting the kick. I was like 1, 2, and I'm going, he's got to kick out of this. But no, Aaron Wilson, the man who earned this opportunity, beat 5 other men in one match, got them all over the top rope. Last man left seems to be, in the end, the guy that gets the job done. I mean, he didn't have to win this last month. He had already done what he needed to. And when it counted, this match here against this very impressive competitor who had worked his way through some tough competition throughout this month, Aaron Wilson, picking and choosing necessarily when to put all his cards on the table, put all his chips in, and he goes all in on this match, getting the victory, getting the #1 contendership match. It'll be Aaron Wilson one-on-one with Sammy Danger for that TV title at the next EWF Skirmish pay-per-view. And man, he looks exhausted from this match, but he is very, very happy with it.
With that victory.
Folks, we just saw one of the most exciting matches you'll see anywhere.
Okay, here we go. Moving on to our next match now. Another #1 contendership match coming your way right now. And this is going to be a fatal 4-way match. And it is to determine the next women's #1 contender. And we are going to see Shantia. We are going to see Tamia. We're going to see Dawn. And of course, we're going to see the woman who beat Lita in her re-emergence into the wrestling world. That is Jennifer Lewis. Should be a good bout between these 4 women. I'll make sure you get the right arena. I'm surprised I have not accidentally chosen the wrong arena or forgotten to start the match thus far. I probably just jinxed myself for one of the last 2 matches, but so far I've been surprised that I haven't done it. And here we go, guys. Fatal 4-way #1 contendership match right here, right now. Can Shantia get it done? Is it Tamia's time? Is Dawn going to prove maybe everybody shocked, then pull out this victory, maybe the least known of the 4? Or is Jennifer Lewis the odd woman out? Is she going to shock the entire West Carson Avenue family and sneak out with a victory in this match?
Let's face it, it's difficult to
Look at this. Immediately, Tamia getting taken down. Dawn going after Shantia. Jennifer Lewis, I think, definitely going to be the tallest member in this match. taking down. She is really taking it to Tia early on. Shantia Dawn going back and forth, a drop kick, taking down the largest woman on the roster. Jennifer Lewis getting attacked underneath the chin right there. Tamia going outside the ring with her. Shantia and Dawn fighting on the ropes there, but this one is staying inside the ring. Could we see somebody go through one of these tables at ringside? I don't know.
She missed her target that time.
Yeah, I guess you could say she was just a bit off the mark with that.
Now, we've got the people in the chat, but not many people saying stuff. Maybe there's some new people in the chat, and some of our regulars have already gone to bed. I know this is a late stream for the EWF. Normally, we're on much earlier. Yesterday, we had a 4:30 start time and a 6:30 start time for both halves of our show. Today, we didn't get going until 9 p.m. Central, so I understand why we would have less people on tonight. Shantia, center of the ring, just crushed Dawn with that double underhook pile driver, continuing the assault as Tamia and Jennifer Lewis are doing this thing completely on the outside right now. Shantia could get a victory while these two women occupy themselves completely out there, and Jennifer Lewis with a very powerful, impactful power bomb right there. Well, what exactly on the outside? I mean, in the chat, thank you, Ava, for saying something there, saying I'm new. I think I remember you from either yesterday or the day before. Maybe you're brand new today. There's so many names that come in through the Twitch chat box. Shantia going for the running knee, center of the ring as Jennifer Lewis continues the assault on the outside. About to throw Tamia maybe back in the ring. She does. Wants to take this one back in it. Jackson Jordan saying Doc is the man. Hold on, look at that. Oh, double underhook backbreaker right there by Dawn. Shantia could be in trouble. Jennifer Lewis might have heard the count, but she did not care. She is continuing to assault Tamia right now. Oh, this is the second or third time. Okay. So I have seen you in the past. I don't think you have do you have a superstar, Will? What exactly? If you do, let me know who it is so I can remember. Try to associate your character with your name. If you don't and you're just here to observe and watch, then that's fine as well. You do not have to have a superstar. Hold on to Shantia hitting a big move inside the ring. Tamia better notice it because Dawn could be done here. Shantia hooking the leg. Jennifer and Tamia too busy outside. Dawn able to kick out though. Okay, you don't have any in the match. Okay, well then I can remember you as a follower and not as a participant in terms of the actual league itself. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with that at all. He is Doc Joe King, Brent. Please understand.
She can't withstand much more punishment. Once you get out of the ring,
I don't know who you're talking about.
You've got exposed steel, concrete.
Right now, all four women outside the ring. Shantia, oh no, Shantia, don't do it. Don't tell me Jackson Jordan's been teaching you the ways of smashing people's heads into the steel post, and luckily for Dawn, Shantia decided against it. She could have tried to take Dawn out completely. I know she's part of the West Carson Avenue family.
This move just keeps going and going.
Every time somebody goes to that outside post, I just feel like they've been watching tapes of Jackson Jordan because he has done it, I think, like 3 or 4 times more than anybody else in this company. And look at that. Very nice job by Dawn, turning things around by Shantia in the center of the ring. Seriously, his creator wrestlers in Hellbound is Doc Joe King, LOL. He's the man. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that he was on Hellbound or had a creator wrestler anywhere. So that's why I guess I was confused, Jackson. I have caught your stream on a couple of occasions, but not for the entire time, and so I definitely don't know all your wrestlers on your show. Joe King is a short, fat, hairy wrestler in the WWE Universe. Hold on, look at this. Shantia diving through the ropes, smashes her face first into the ground, while Jennifer Lewis gets taken down by Tamia after that submission hold goes wrong. Tamia now throws Dawn into the steel steps. These 4 women are being vicious. This entire match, literally this entire match, has been Dawn and Shantia battling it out while Tamia fights it out with Jennifer Lewis. But these 2 women have had a hard time staying in the ring. But it looks like maybe, just maybe, everyone is headed back in. Tamia and Dawn both get a running big boot to their opponent inside the ring. Tamia now Dawn looks like she is calling for a finisher here. They need to stay in the ring. They need to be ready to break up this pinfall. Jennifer throwing Tamia over the top. She's got to be... oh, she's not aware. Dawn has got the pinfall here. 3. That is it. Dawn, to me, by far the least likely to win this match, just pinned Shantia Alpha 1-on-1. This is basically 2 singles matches going on at the same time, which is what is so crazy. These women had literally no interaction. This was the least Fatal 4-Way match I have ever seen. There wasn't even one switch off. Dawn and Shantia the entire matchup, which would look like Shantia, for the most part, had control. She definitely did more damage to Dawn, I thought. But in the end, the big move that got the job done was, in fact, Dawn's. I thought this might have done it earlier. Shantia smashing her face first into the ground. So Dawn now, the people try to call her, I think, Maxine from, not in Living Color, from, oh gosh, can't remember the name of the show now. But one of those 90s sitcoms on UPN or something. And, man, she took it to Shantia in the end. My character may not be on the roster, but he is always in the shadows as well. What exactly? And right here at the very end, you see her slide back in the ring after that big boot and immediately call for the finisher. The 2 women were in the ring. They get thrown out of the ring, and she's right there. She's there. She notices it. She sees it. Jennifer Lewis turns around, and she has a chance to break up this pinfall, but she doesn't recognize it. She doesn't see it. She doesn't hear the count. She jumps out of the ring and loses the opportunity to prevent the pinfall. And Dawn is your new #1 contender. To me, by far, the biggest upset of this match. I would have chosen any of the other 3 women to pull out this victory. I would have expected a 3-on-1 beating, and somehow Jennifer Lewis pull out the victory more than Dawn pulling it out. But she proved herself here tonight. Maxine, there we go, says Jackson Jordan. Mini Max. Or me Maxine. I guess that was supposed to be Maxine. You just for some reason typed it crazy. Shanae from Martin. Okay, let's go ahead and move on now. Wow, what a matchup there. To me, a very unexpected win there. But that is what happens. Sometimes not who you expect to win gets the victories, and that's exactly what happened right there. Now, with just 2 matches left, whoops, we're not doing a Fatal 4-Way now. We're going to a 1-on-1 bout. Last 2 matches are going to be 1-on-1 competition. This is going to be your world champion 1-on-1 with your TV champion, Jackson Jordan. I'm sorry, heavyweight champion against the TV champion, Jackson Jordan. 1-on-1 with Sammy Danger. There he is. Let's select that arena and get to it. Champ versus champ. Now, Jackson Jordan, if somebody wants to correct me, anybody who's been around the whole time, I think Jordan probably, or West Coast, a member of the West Carson Avenue family would know best. I don't believe that Jackson Jordan has lost a single match since coming to War. I believe he has won 5 matches in the first month of War, of Skirmish, and now has a chance to win his, 3 more matches. So 8th consecutive victory since this brand has started its own. Since the draft, we had half the roster go to Skirmish, half the roster go to War. I feel like this is his 8th consecutive win if he picks up this win tonight. And to me, that is just amazing. Jordan confirming he has, in fact, won them all. 7-0 since the split. And that is just incredible, if you ask me, because it is so hard for anybody to have a 1-month winning streak, let alone one that could very well go for 2 full months, which he is about to be over halfway there on this month if he can just take down the TV champion. But, I mean, this man has already proven he won the title. He did lose it, but he got it right back. The first two-time champion here in XCW. I'm sorry, in EWF. And look at this. Big power bomb coming. Sammy Danger is lucky that ended up being a shoulder breaker because that is on the steel ramp. Now Jordan running back to the ring. Referee already at a 6 count. Danger needs to get back here. 7. Jackson Jordan doing a little taunting in the ring. Both men there. Jackson Jordan a little bit quicker to the punch. But Sammy getting a hold. Front face lock now. Big takedown. Oh, running code breaker right there. Very powerful move.
Oh, wait, nice reversal. Boom!
Sammy Danger taking it to Jackson Jordan all of a sudden.
These competitors will always be looking to unleash their finishing maneuver, and when that happens, the complexion of the match can change in a heartbeat.
That dude's head looks way too small. If my character wins a match, it is a fluke. Says, well, what exactly? Did you make him like have 1 overall for every position or something? Well, what? Hold on, look at this. Brock Lock locked in. Can he make him tap? No.
We're looking at complete domination here.
Nope, you dominate the tag match.
Daniels got it.
I guess you're talking about Hellbound. Look at this. Stomped him into the ground. Jackson Jordan could be in trouble for the first time in a long time. Is Danger going to break the streak tonight? 2. No, Jordan survives. Keeps his undefeated streak here on Skirmish intact. In fact, if we're going to go to consecutive actual victories, Jackson Jordan has only lost 1 match here in this entire company. It was in the first week when his opponent used the... no, it wasn't even his opponent cheated. It's the fact that he grabbed the bottom rope after the 1 count. Referee didn't see it, and he got counted. So the only time he's lost was literally a fluke.
I don't think even the referee was ready for that.
Oh! Almost getting the job done with Sammy. So close to that first 3 count against Jackson Jordan. So if we're including that first month before the draft split the roster in half, he's already at 7 just on Skirmish alone. We're including before that, he is at 10 consecutive victories. He was not on the first episode of EWF. And Jackson Jordan, look at that, taunting his opponent after he threw him over the top rope.
Well, I don't blame him. Keep the action inside the ring. That's where you're going to win this thing.
Back of the ring. Jackson Jordan, I don't know what is going on. Maybe he, look at that, he allowed him to believe he was safe, got him to make a big mistake. Oh, the hashtag to Sammy Danger. 1, 2, no! The catapult hashtag couldn't get it done, but what a clever way. You just slide in and out of the ring, finally decides to taunt you, maybe yelling, come on, just stop doing this crap. And in that moment, throw him in the ropes and hit a catapult hashtag. And now he is in control. I would not want to be Sammy Danger right now. Oh, look at that. Back elbow right there. Spun off. See how much power Sammy had, even as the guy being collided with made him spin all the way around after connecting with that elbow. Could be going for a comeback, but no, a code breaker takes him down. Sammy Danger. Uh-oh, Sammy. Gotta watch out. Gotta watch out. Backslide driver, center of the ring. So close. About to hit a comeback instead. 2, 3, the streak lives. He saw that comeback coming, made some good moves, and then the backslide driver for the victory. Make that now 11 consecutive victories, by far the longest of any superstar in the history of EWF thus far. Undefeated since the draft split the roster. 11 consecutive victories now. 1, 2, not enough earlier on. Sammy had some good moves. Maybe not exhibition. Never mind. I'm a beast. Just say it, Brent. I'm universe mode. In universe mode, I'm a monster. And then the maybe not exhibition. And then finally, never mind, I'm a beast. Jackson Jordan. I thought he had this match won off that catapult hashtag.
There was no love lost in that match.
But the code breaker followed by a stiff punch. And then finally, look at this. He lifts him up. I'm thinking maybe hashtag right away. Instead, headbutts him. Then backslide driver for the victory. So code breaker, headbutt, backslide driver, back to back to back. Perfect combination for the 3 count here tonight as Jackson Jordan doesn't want the referee even to raise his hand, tells him to get out of the ring. This man is completely and utterly happy, exhausted, thrilled. I mean, I don't know if anybody has been this dominant in the past other than maybe Brian Tornado Nash. Hall of Fame next to Nash, says Jackson Jordan. Okay, guys. Just one last match. We're going to determine who is the number 1 contender for that man's title. The 11 consecutive victory, Jackson Jordan. Somebody's got to face him at the next pay-per-view for Skirmish. And is it going to be Jackson Jordan? I'm sorry. Is it going to be Chris Cryptic? Or is it going to be Junior, the man who does not say much, but says a lot in the ring itself? And he couldn't have had a more opposite effect of effectiveness in the ring as Jackson Jordan has. Jackson Jordan now 11 consecutive victories. Junior started out his career, I believe, 5 or maybe 6 consecutive losses. So bad. See, I told you to jinx myself. I did it on this last match. I got into talking about the match, and I didn't set the show. Now I got to go back and change it, and that is really annoying. Okay, but Chris Cryptic and Junior. Junior started out so terrible in EWF. After having a very good XCW career, Junior was bombing so bad the West Carson Avenue family, then known as the Wolfpack, was considering getting rid of him. They actually, I believe, officially kicked him out of the group for at least 1 full week before, telling him, hey, you go train, you get yourself right, and you come back, we'll let you back in. By that time, the West Carson Avenue family had changed his name, and he ended up being brought back into the group, and obviously, he is where he is supposed to be. He obviously got the job done, and as Jordan Alexander said last week, you surround yourself with great competitors. Junior gave him all he could handle last week, and a little bit more than that, because Junior ended up walking out the winner. Okay, gotta make sure I get the correct arena. I went the whole show, and I knew it would be the main event of the last show when I would do that. Nope. Wrong show. This time I actually chose the wrong show. There we go. Okay, let's get this one underway. There, okay. I was waiting for the logo to change in the background. This is the number 1 contendership to Jackson Jordan's Texas Heavyweight Championship here in the EWF. The top title on Skirmish. Possibly the top title in the company, the way that Jackson Jordan has been doing it. Yes, as I said, I did in fact jinx myself.
Let's just call it for what it is.
Junior and Cryptic meeting in the center of the ring. First these two leaders grapple each other in the center of the ring. Nice takedown by Cryptic. Able to get the early advantage, pounding in the head of Junior. Both men back to their feet now. Back and forth they go. Now it's Junior with the advantage. Nice takedown on Cryptic.
What are you thinking Jimenez should do here?
Well, luckily the body hasn't absorbed
Looking for a
too much
big
of that
move
attack
here.
up to this point.
Continuing these strikes right now
There's absolutely no
is Junior.
motion in this attack.
Cryptic kind of flying back from that strike. Must have hurt quite a bit. Cryptic able to get the advantage, throwing Junior off the far side ropes. And look at that devastating clothesline. How fast he went from standing still to lunging himself forward. And now that nice little short backbreaker right there onto the back of Junior. Junior, though, nice reversal and a good shoulder block takedown. He's going to drag him to the center of the ring. Could he go for a pin already? No. Instead, he wanted him in the center of the ring, so maybe he couldn't get a hold of those ropes as he assaulted the arm of Cryptic, who gets a nice short fireman's carry toss right there. Cryptic going for a big move. Junior reversing it just like he did moments ago. Going back to his feet. Cryptic once again gets another block. These two men expending all the reversals right now. Might want to conserve some of those for later. Cryptic got Junior. Oh, again a reversal. This time it's Junior taking Cryptic down. And look at that. Stomping on that elbow right there.
He's got him hooked.
Couple of turnarounds. This time maybe just trying to throw Junior off. Junior might have figured out his timing, so he changes things up just enough that Junior can't seem to block his moves now. Look at that, stomping on the arm of Junior. Cryptic about to hit a big move, gets it reversed. Nice snap suplex from Junior. Neither man has been able to get that big time move yet, though. Some good quick moves. A good move here or there, but no spectacular, no, like game-changing moves quite yet. Looks Cryptic immediately gets out of the submission hold. Junior could pay for that, losing the advantage right now. Cryptic almost lost it there. Junior able to get the front headlock here. Junior, nice takedown.
Maneuvers like that put everybody in danger.
No kidding.
Junior falling fist drop. If you wanted to call this, I call this this episode hashtag #1 contender
Somehow,
mania. I mean, we had 5 matches determining #1 contenderships, 5 of our 6 titles, all in one episode.
Well, look out here. Boom.
People are afraid of Joe King. I just think that you're joking right there. And right there, Olympic Slam, first finisher hit of the match.
Wow.
Cryptic,
Still down after
what is Cryptic doing here? Oh, he was right next to the ropes. Junior realized it, hooks the leg. Is that it? Is Cryptic done? No! Cryptic kicks out. Could have been the end of this match. And look at that, nice reversal, avoiding that running senton splash. Now going for a big time move, gets it blocked. Might have just blocked a signature or finisher from Cryptic. I'm not certain. Finally, someone gets the name. No, I get that. Whenever you say Joe King, I mean, I got that from the beginning, but, I mean, people can be serious but use that name anyways. 1, 2, no, not enough. Cryptic still surviving. It's like people not understanding Justin Credible's name. Really? I mean, if you just say it, you should get that one. Although Justin works within so many things, could be just in and then whatever you want it to be. Cryptic back to his feet. Junior has taken over this match. Second Olympic Slam. If he doesn't drag him to the center of the ring, maybe he has a shot. I don't think Cryptic can survive another finishing maneuver. That is it. 1, 2, 3. Cryptic, who fought so well against Ryder last week, did a great job until the last couple of minutes here when it was all Junior all the time. And Cryptic fails to make it an all-Texas Texas Heavyweight Championship match. Now, Junior has a shot at winning that championship belt off of the man who was 11 consecutive victories. If he gets one more, he'll have 12 consecutive heading into that pay-per-view. I don't know if Junior wants to face that, but if he wants the title, he is going to have to take down the near impossible to beat Midwest Gaming, saying, way to go, JR. Junior getting the victory over Chris Cryptic. Neither of these men had ever received a world or heavyweight title match here in this company, whether it was XCW or here. Both have had a small opportunity maybe here or there, but neither one had ever gotten that chance, and now Junior has that opportunity. Cryptic falls just short yet again. He was the last man alive against Jackson Jordan to get the last #1 contendership. Last man alive against Junior. Neither time gets it. Cryptic, though, was so close to being where he wanted to be. Second Olympic slam, though, couldn't kick out. It was done. You saw the 3 count right there. Junior, this is your #1 contender. I'm a doctor, says well, exactly. Are you the doctor of thugonomics? Some people actually think I'm a king. And that man, Junior, #1 contender. It will be him one-on-one versus Jackson Jordan. It'll be the JJJ match, I guess. As we have, I guess it would have been either JJ versus KK or JJ versus J. So that's kind of weird. But personally, I think it's going to be a spectacular match. The way Junior's been fighting recently, too, it could be a very exciting contest. But now we have found out that the Texas Heavyweight title will be Junior versus Jackson Jordan. The TV title will be Sammy Danger versus Aaron Wilson. The Divas title will be Dawn of the West Carson Avenue family against Jessica Gage of the Wrecking Crew. We will see Brian Nash, of course, fighting KC. Tonight we found out that Shane has got something up with Tyrant. We don't know what it is, what is going on with that, but that needs to be dealt with. We find out that the Intercontinental Championship Demon will defend his title against Dan Juan of the Wrecking Crew. And, we've got our next episode is the War pay-per-view, so be ready, be there, as 3 of our titles will be on the line, including those tag team titles, where Jay and Chris Cassidy have a shot to take them from Colin and Dallas Morgan. So be sure to tune in to see the tag team titles, the IC title, and the world title all on the line, as well as an explanation as to what is going on between Shane and Tyrant. They will meet in the middle of the ring at the pay-per-view as well. I will see you guys later. Thank you for tuning in. And that is the end of our stream tonight. Hope you guys tune in, I believe, on Thursday night. If anything changes, check out my activity feed on Xbox Live. There's where you find all the information that I've updated the universe with as to what is going on. Thank you once again for tuning in. I will see you guys later.